Boopity doop doop boop. What's up, guys? Sleepy here, and today we are finally, yes, look, we are normal May, no longer Crystal, and we are going to discover what our Pokemon really are. This is the most exciting day of my life. Ahem. We got Rayquaza as Savior, we knew that. All the events stay the same, of course, they're like unrandomized, but same basic concept. We got Destroyer as Regigigas. You know, I kind of saw that coming. Destroyer was always super powerful, so I feel like his stats, like, mirrored that. Did he always have Pixelate? Did she have Pixelate the whole time? Is that why Technoblast was so powerful? No, because Technoblast was a ground type. Okay, that makes more sense. Big Mouth is a Ladion. Ladion? How do you pronounce that? I'm not really sure. Ladion? Chica was a Sceptile. We could have guessed that because it was an Eventmon. Harmonia was a Walrein, which I find pretty interesting. And Volcano was a Hypno. Ew. That's gross. That's not. That taints my view on Volcano. So a lot of y'all have been asking for this for quite some time. You know, this was like the big thing to do at the end. Oh! We got new wallpapers. To celebrate, like, finishing the game. So here's the death box. Windy was a Mothim. Snails was a Sneasel. That actually kind of fits the name. Peach was a Grumpig. Boo was a Golbat. Leafington was a Bidoof. Vanilla was a Wobbuffet. We knew that to an extent because of the egg. And obviously, Evil was Deoxys. That was the Voltorb. We also got all these. Ooh, we got some interesting ones in here. We got Christmas was an Oshawott. Nuz was a Celebi. Locke was a Dialga. Slimy was a Meditite. Fisticuffs was a Ferrothorn. TiniVi was a Weezing. Cactus Pants was a Parasect. Spooky was a Sudowoodo. Shelwameb was a Tepig. Columbo was a Helioptile. Azuzu was a Castform. Jambalaya was actually a Cyndaquil. So we really got a Cyndaquil. That's cool. Needly was a Stantler. Electoy was a Slaking. Flimflam was a Sawsbuck. Now that's interesting just because I don't really see how... You know, you try to connect, like, the Nightmare forms to, like, what they really were, and it just doesn't make sense. Slurp was an Electrode. Ultimate was a Kyogre, we knew that. Queen Bee was a Spiritomb. Snoozy was a Latias, we knew that. Puff was an Unfezant. Nice, interesting. And that's it. Right, that's it. That's it. That's it. So, you guys, this is extremely short episode, but someone was like, yo, you should, for like a super finale, rematch the Elite Four one last time. So I suppose we'll do that. We'll do like 2 more episodes of this, possibly, probably. One next Tuesday, and then Thursday. And I want to know what Pokemon you'd like to see in the final match against the E4, the final E4 match, what, like the rematch. It's going to be on the randomized, not on the normal, so, you know, just go back through the series, try to remember what Pokemon you really liked, and then we'll, use those Pokemon in our final battles. So, thanks for watching. That's about it. I love you all, you're really cool beans, and I will see you guys later.